You know, when I'm doing this, my hands are actually relaxed. The part of my hand that's most relaxed is the outside of my hand, and I'm really keeping all the tension sort of at this part right here. I'm really holding the weights this way, and I'd encourage you to give that a shot. Don't squeeze the whole thing here. Just kind of keep it, you know, keep it like that. Keep it relaxed. And after you do the barbell curl, I think you can actually get a little rhythm in this. And hammer curls, so they seem to work for Mike Menser, you know, so I figured I'd give him a shot. And I don't think there's anything wrong with kind of moving around a little bit like this. These weights, somebody's going to say, he's only using 25. Is this guy even strong? Well, I'm not trying to break a world record right now. I'm just trying to pump up my guns. And I think we got to keep really strict form on some exercises that could potentially hurt our back, especially on the barbell curls. But on something like this, I'm not going to really throw the weights out of control. I'm still using pretty strict form, and I'm getting a little bit of movement. And you watch any of the old school guys, there's a little bit of movement, keeping the body fluid. In fact, it might even be detrimental to stand here like this, right? Like this. Pretty crazy, right? This, kind of like a little bit of jogging, a little bit of moving, a little momentum. And if I keep the weights at this part of my arm, I'm really going to feel this, okay? Another thing, these weights feel light, right? And if I can actually make them feel heavier. There's a whole art to making these weights feel heavier. If I lean this way, they're going to feel pretty light if I go like this, right? I'm pretty leveraged. If I lean back and I keep the weights in front of me, I've all of a sudden made these weights feel 5 to 10 pounds heavier because it's a lot heavier and harder to pull this way, right, than it is to pull this way. So there's a part of training that there's even points throughout the exercise that you can start manipulating and tweaking and sort of making the weights that you're feeling using either feel heavier or a little bit lighter. It's sort of an advanced technique, but as you get to know your body and you get to train, I'll give you an example. Let's say that I really had a little bit more gas than normal. I ate 3 times before I went to the gym that day, and I was really feeling kind of powerful. And normally I would train like this. I would do my dumbbells like this. And let's say I had a little bit more energy than usual, and I'm in the middle of a set. Instead of dumping these and picking up 30, I could probably lean back a little bit and make this weight feel a little bit heavier, right? And that's the amazing thing about bodybuilding in your body. It's that it can move in ways that machines can't move. It can do things that machines can't do. I want to point out one thing. I see a lot of folks come into the gym and what they want to do or what they think that they're doing is saying, I had a bad day and I want to come to the gym and work out that bad day, or I want to relieve my tension. I think that there's something really important about making this experience extremely pleasant. I happen to think that all the energy that you have inside of you and that you think about gets absorbed into the body. And if that energy is negative, it can be really deleterious to the body. You're now making a physical imprint of something that you have in your mind. And if you have joy in your mind, or you find this enjoyable, and you're finding that you're thinking about great things, you're optimistic, even in the midst of training, I think that your body will respond in kind. I think that your body will heal better. And when you're bringing in anger, tension, stress, I think that that gets absorbed in the body too. So if you can, a couple of minutes before you start training, try to cleanse your space. Remember that you're doing this for you. Another thing that I've learned throughout the past 20 years is I'm not interested in comparing myself to anybody anymore. Bodybuilding is a highly personal experience. We're doing this for ourselves, and when we compare ourselves to other people, you're never going to feel good. You're always going to be looking and using other people as a mirror instead of yourself. It's a highly personal experience. Stop comparing yourself to other people if you really want to enjoy the concept of bodybuilding. Everybody out there who trains, and I see people training at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, you're all warriors and you're coming in to accomplish something. But make it highly personal. Don't worry about what other people look like. Don't worry about withholding information. If you see somebody who's doing something wrong and they're looking to you for advice and you're a more skilled professional, skilled bodybuilder, offer it to them. Don't hold back. We're all in this community to help each other, and that's why we share a kinship as fitness enthusiasts, as bodybuilders, and any guy who goes to the gym, any girl who goes to the gym who's working on themselves. We all share something really, really special, and you'll find that some of the people that you spend time in the gym with you've spent more time with them, and you don't even know their name, than you've spent with some of your family members. So remember, whenever you're going into the gym, you're part of a very big family and a broader community of people that call themselves fitness enthusiasts and bodybuilders. We're all in the same sport, all the way from Mr. Olympia down to the guy who trains on the weekends. Just something to keep in mind. I like to keep that in mind.